evening, everybody, and welcome here as we get set for our 21st race of the season for the NNSCRA Hersheys Cup Series non-charter series. We're getting set for what is going to be the first of 5 races these drivers will take part of during the Pizza Hut X Series and Hersheys Cup Series charter series chase for the championship. And at the end of the 5 races at the end of the season, the top 5 in the point standings for this series will have guaranteed charters heading into the 5th season of Hersheys Cup Series competition. Coming into this race, there were a lot of movers and shakers after last time out's race at the regular season finale race of M&M Super Speedway. Even though these drivers didn't run there, they ran the week before at Kentucky. That's where their last 5 races where they're situated was determined. And coming into this race, Daniel Olson is still the points leader in the 47 car, but he has a 14-point advantage now over a new second-place driver. That is Stephen Pollard III, who jumped up 3 spots in the standings. David Culpepper has also jumped up into the top 5. He's now 3rd in points. Caleb Farrell dropped a couple spots to 4th, and Daniel Gilbert, our 2-time winner this season, has now jumped up back into the 5th position in the points. Coming into this race now, the drivers that are on the outside looking in. Steven Gonzalez is 6th in the standings. Seth Cole 7th. Jonathan Zorlin picked up a couple spots. He's now up to 8th in points. We get the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's the command to fire him up. So Zorlin is 8th in points. Kev Shearer has been on a free fall as of late. Last 2 starts, he has finished really, really poorly. He's now down to 9th in the standings. And complete your top 10 in points is Cole Deaver. Paul Minnick, you see lining up here on the pole position here tonight. He's 11th in the standings, so we'll have to keep our eyes on the 6th car during the course of this evening's race. If he can keep his car at the front, maybe pick up his first win of the season, we could see him in the conversation for a charter heading into next year's Hersheys Cup Series season. So, still 5 races to go. Those 5 races tonight at Chicagoland, then in 2 weeks at Indianapolis. Then they're going to take another 3 weeks off before we see them at Zenjoltis, and then we'll see them in the final 2 races of the season at Talladega, and the finale at Auto Club. Here tonight, an opportunity for another driver to pick up their first win of the season. Some drivers looking for their 2nd win of the season, and then there's a couple of drivers, Daniel Gilbert, Seth Cole, Cody Smart, and Zachary Stoltz. They're all looking for their 3rd win of the year here in the non-charter series. "27 laps of racing here tonight at Chicagoland, and we're getting ready to turn them loose. Paul Minnick and Chelsea Bowles will get us going. As the green flag is out, we're underway here tonight under the lights at Chicagoland. Tomorrow night and the following evening, you'll be seeing the Pizza Hut X Series and Hersheys Cup Series Charter Series having their very first race of the chase, their respective chases, here at this very racetrack. So you can bet that the Pizza Hut X Series and Hersheys Cup Series drivers that are not partaking in this event, they are certainly watching to see what they can expect. And of course, a lot of drivers out here that take part in the Pizza Hut X Series chase for the championship are in this field, so we'll have to see how they do. Elijah Gilbert there in the 8. He's in the chase for the championship. Look at this, a battle here for the lead. DJ Curtis to the inside on Chelsea Bowles. It looks like he will take the top spot, and the caution flag is out. Caution out for the first time here tonight. That didn't take long at all. Caution coming out on lap number 2, and DJ Curtis will be leading us under our first yellow, as the field will now pick up the pace car, which I think is right now over in turn 2. And if the field is anything to indicate off of, looks like our incident may... Oh, we got trouble back there. That was Chris Dolligan just got spun off the nose of Noah Cars. I don't think anybody hit him, though. And nope, he's still okay. So he'll get back up there, get his 8th spot in line. But it looked like the incident might have happened from somewhere just inside the top 15, because it was like the top 13, 14 were really spread out over everybody else. I'm trying to see if there's any smoke lingering. Maybe there's some smoke on the front straightaway. I don't know. I don't know where the incident actually took place here. So we're under caution for the first time here tonight, though, and we will now look back at the replay of what brought this yellow flag out on lap number 2. Well, I was right. This was up pretty close to the front of the field, and it involves a driver came into this race fourth in the point stands in one of those critical top 5 positions. You notice on the inside there, that's Sean Henley and Joshua Sakuli. They make some contact, but Caleb Farrell kind of diamonded the corner, cut down out of turn 2, and with Sakuli and Henley side by side, there wasn't going to be any room for Caleb Farrell to be able to do that. Little bit of damage there, maybe some cosmetic damage on the front of the 66 of Cole Deaver. And then coming into view here in just a moment, nice miss by Kev Shearer. There is Jordan Lopez, nowhere for the 45 to go. Trace Williams might have gotten a piece. And there's Stephen Pollard the third as well, getting a little bit of damage on his machine. Keep in mind, Stephen Pollard the third, with his win last week, jumped up to second in the point standings. So that's not what he needed. And there was another car there in Steven Gonzalez, who's just outside the top 5 in the points, that was kind of slow as well. Oh, and then there was some contact further up. Jordan Lopez, who had already made his contact with the spinning Caleb Farrell, also going to get a hit from Dougie Shears from the 21, and another near miss there by SP3. I don't think Dougie Shears has a whole lot of damage. A lot of hood damage there on Jordan Lopez. And remember I talked about that there are Pizza Hut X Series drivers that are in the chase. They'll be in their first chase race here tomorrow night that are in this field. Jordan Lopez is one of them. He's in the Pizza Hut X Series chase for the championship. So he's not going to get a whole lot of track time to be able to learn what a car can do up to full speed, if at all. Don't know if he's going to take that car to the garage area or try and continue on, but that is what put us under the first caution here tonight. Started with a driver that comes in one of those critical top 5 spots in the point standings in Caleb Farrell. WG Motorsports only has one victory so far this season in the non-charter series, that coming back at the road course of Watkins Glen when Austin LaPlante went to victory lane. DJ Curtis out in front, looking to pick up his first win of the season here in the non-charter series. He is a former oh, actually, no, he isn't. I was going to say that he was a former winner in the Hersheys Charter Series, but I'm actually thinking back to Snickers Cup, so my apologies on that. DJ Curtis will get us back underway on lap number 7 of 27, so we'll have 21 to go when we hit the line. Chelsea Bowles lines up second place with James Richardson and pole sitter Paul Minnick there in fourth. Cody Smart lines up fifth. Zachary Stoltz sixth. Then it's Elijah Gilbert, Chris Dollerton, Noah Kars, and Tyler Deaver. That is your top 10. One driver out of the race after the incident took place on lap number 2. That is the 45 of Jordan Lopez. So an early exit for that Toyota Camry as the green flag back out. And Chelsea Bowles wasting no time. She's going to go to the inside of DJ Curtis going into 1. Not quite clear off turn 2. Tried to slide up in front as Curtis battles back on the high side. Here comes Cody Smart. Here comes Zachary Stoltz. A couple of drivers looking for their third win of the season. And they will go 3 wide for it. 3 wide for second. Now 3 wide for the race lead. Chelsea Bowles will lead that lap by a splitter. But here comes Cody Smart down to the inside in that snap-on tools forward. And whoa! That's not how you want to enter turn 1. Boy, that was a great save on his part, but it just stacked everybody back behind him. And now the top 3 have broken away. A couple of Dodge Darts, Richardson and Bowles, a Chevy, and DJ Curtis. I don't know if Cody Smart thought he had a problem, was trying to get out of the way, or if he just completely messed up his entry into turn 1. But all of a sudden now 4th, 5th, 6th, they're all starting to catch back up. So what was a 3-car breakaway is no longer. They're all going to start wadding back up once again into one big pack. As Chelsea Bowles using the inside, the outside to be able to stay out in front. And now the crossover by DJ Curtis. He'll try going back to the race lead again, and he will do so. Caution for the second time tonight. Got a bit of a green flag run in, but the yellow flag rears its ugly head once more here tonight at Chicagoland. And again, the caution coming out just when DJ Curtis makes the move to take the race lead. So this will be the second caution of the evening and the second time that DJ Curtis will be leading us under the yellow flag. Some skid marks there on the back straightaway. I don't know if those were from the earlier incident or not. More skid marks heading down into turn 3. Oh, we got some cars coming to pit road. That is Christian Merrick Jr. and Jonathan Zorlin. A couple of cars on pit road. The Honda of Chris Dollerton, the Chevy Impala of Joshua Sakuli, and I believe that's the Ford Mustang of Chloe Erickson also involved. So at least 5 cars that we know of involved, and a number of them with pretty extensive damage. The leaders do not come to pit road, so they will stay out, and that will give us the opportunity to go back, take a look at a replay of what put us under the caution for the second time here tonight at Chicagoland, not quite yet to the halfway point. Well, not the first time Chris Dollerton's been spun on the back straightaway, but the first time he got spun on the back straightaway under green flag conditions, battling here with David Culpepper. And I don't know if Culpepper came up or if Dollerton came down, but regardless of the fact, Dollerton gets hooked. Hard hit right there with the left front into the inside wall, and then there's no grip in the grass, and that car still is in full speed. He slides back up the racetrack, and this is where you're going to see some pretty violent hits here tonight at Chicago. Watch right here as Dollerton back up into the racing line. Chloe Erickson nowhere to go, and watch the hit she gets right there from Christian Merrick Jr. as her car was up in the air. Christian Merrick Jr. right into the undercarriage, and make that Chloe Erickson up and into the catch fence, and here comes Sekuli. Nowhere for him to go. He's going to clobber the 46, and how everybody kind of got through that with the 33 kind of in the middle and on the brakes, and obviously the car no longer under power after that shot into, I think it was into Erickson. I mean, that's amazing that nobody else really got involved. Might be a little bit of damage on Phil Parker, and there you see Jonathan Zorlin. Tough break there for him as he ended up getting caught up behind the 33 as well. Wild, wild ride for Chloe Erickson, though, and there's Christian Merrick Jr. That's another driver like Jordan Lopez that's in the chase for the championship for the Pizza Hut X Series tomorrow night. And it looks like he's not going to get a whole lot of track time this evening either. Wild ride for Chloe Erickson. Hard licks for Chris Dollerton as well as for Christian Merrick Jr., Jonathan Zorlin, and Joshua Sekuli. And that's what put us under the caution for the second time here tonight. So we got a little bit longer of a green flag run in that time, which was good. And also the leaders did not come to pit road, which says to me that they're going to be able to make it easily 27 laps on this one tank of fuel. It'll be interesting to see, though, as far as in 2 nights, the Hersheys Cup Series main event race, because that's 54 laps, double the laps that the non-Charter Series cars are running here this evening. DJ Curtis going to lead us back for yet another restart as they make their way through the area where that big incident took place in the entrance of turn number 3. And as a result, we have 4 more drivers, make it 5 more drivers out of the race. Pretty much all the drivers that were involved in that incident: Christian Merrick Jr., Chloe Erickson, Chris Dollerton, Joshua Sekuli, and Jonathan Zorlin, all out of the race. They join Jordan Lopez in the garage area. DJ Curtis gets us back underway. Green flag back out. Chelsea Bowles, James Richardson, Zachary Stoltz, and Cody Smart, with your top 5 getting back to green. So far up here at the front, you got drivers either looking for their first win of the season, or you got drivers looking for their 3rd win of the season. Chelsea Bowles, the only one in this lead group that has 1 win so far this year. Running in that 2nd position, Cody Smart, Zachary Stoltz have been to victory lane twice, and then Curtis, Richardson, Henley, Noah Kars, Elijah Gilbert. They're all looking for win number 1 on the year. 3 wide back there. We should probably follow that as Curtis has a bit of an advantage, and that 3 wide is now settled out into almost single file down into turn 3. Talked about a couple of drivers coming into this race that had a shot of with a good run getting up inside the top 5 in the point stands, and one of them I noticed back there is Kev Shearer. He is just outside of the top 10, running about the 14th position. Mentioned how the last 2 weeks that he's run, it has not been good for that number 30 machine. He has really dropped like a rock, at one point battling for the top position in the standings, and now 8th, make that 9th in points coming into this race. Now the good news for him is that one driver that he had to pass in the point standings, Jonathan Zorlin, is out of this race. So that's one driver he'll be able to get by in the points. And of course we've documented Caleb Farrell having some issues here tonight, so Kev Shearer, if he can get up there, maybe pick up a win. We may end up seeing Kev Shearer back up inside the top 5 in the point standings. Oh, trouble in the front there. That's James Richardson in the 84 getting spun. He keeps it going. Nobody else involved, and we are still green. So James Richardson off the nose of, I believe that was Noah Kars, but it does not bring out the caution. And that really wadded him up there from Noah Karzon back around the 9th position. You see there. Now Matt McIntyre trying to take advantage. Here's John Cittadino 3 wide with Cole Deaver and David Culpepper. Contact there between Cittadino and Deaver. They keep it together, and I think David Culpepper, something might be wrong with him. He is way off the pace. Oh yeah, there's problems. Trouble for the 97 of David Culpepper. He's trying to limp that car to pit lane. Don't know what went wrong with him, but that's a driver who came into this race in the top 5 in the points, 3rd in the standings, and David Culpepper on pit road for what appears to be an unscheduled stop. He appeared to almost get the wall off too, but I don't know if that was because he was trying to get out of the way or not. Battle for second is on. Sean Henley to the inside of Cody Smart. You can bet Sean Henley going to be giving a lot of information to his teammates James McLeod and Dylan Poteet, who both are locked into the Hersheys Cup Series chase for the championship, and Henley having a really good run here. We almost had a wreck as well as Zachary Stoltz nearly got into the left rear quarter panel of Cody Smart off turn number 4. So now Henley, the new second place driver. So far this season, if you count the Charter Series and non-Charter Series, 3 of the 4 Twinks cars have gone to victory lane. In the Charter Series, James McLeod twice, Dylan Poteet 3 times, and here in the non-Charter Series, Steven Gonzalez went to victory lane at Charlotte. Sean Henley's the lone man out, and he's up here with a chance of winning. There's Zachary Stoltz. He's now going to move into the second spot potentially as he's trying to get to the inside. Cody Smart getting there as well. And one thing I'm noticing as this race has progressed on and the tire rubber's going away, that outside line is getting a really good momentum. You saw there almost 3 wide with Stoltz, Smart, and Henley was able to keep the second position on the high side out of turn 2. Zachary Stoltz trying to get back there for that second spot as DJ Curtis still out in front. Before, when DJ Curtis let us do a restart, Chelsea Bowles made a very quick move on him into turn 1 and took the race lead. DJ Curtis took it back. So far now under this run, nobody's been able to get up there and challenge the 55. The Flying J pilot, Chevrolet, is the pilot, and he is flying, but here comes Henley now with a run to the inside. 2, 3, and 4 gets a little tight off the corner, can't make the move, at least for the moment. That brings Zachary Stoltz back into the fray. Right now, Alex Miller in position to get that final transfer spot into the main event race, and he just is about to lose it now to Elijah Gilbert, who gets loose. Here comes Noah Karst to the inside there, 3 wide, trying to get that final transfer position into the main event. Miller in the 7th spot. That top 7 will transfer into the Hersheys Cup Series main event race, the first chase race of the season, in a couple of nights. But meanwhile, up front, it's Chevy, Toyota, Ford, Dodge, your top 5. And here comes Henley with a big run again into turn 1. But like we've seen, that outside line gets a good run off the corner, and we may have to deal with traffic momentarily as well. That's David Culpepper back on track. He is currently scored off the lead lap, 2 laps down in 36. Not going to be a good run for him. And 3 wide for the race lead. Henley through the middle. Stoltz on the bottom. Curtis on the high side. Henley will lead the lap, but who's going to be leading when they exit turn number 2? Henley to the point, and he will clear for the race lead. Now the battle is on for second. This is with about 3 laps to go that Henley makes the move. Out in front showing the way. And did we have another spin on the back straightaway? I don't know if we did or not. There's smoke still lingering there, and I don't think it's the smoke that's lingering from James Richardson's car spinning. We will look at the NSRA split cam if something did happen on the back straightaway that we did not see. But Sean Henley, 2 more laps to go, and he's got one of the best of the business here tonight, DJ Curtis, hounding him for that potential race lead, potential win. And they are closing on David Culpepper, who apparently had some kind of mechanical problem. You can see he is not even up to speed. They are closing on him in a rapid pace. They may catch him on the front straightaway. This could get very interesting with the white flag being displayed this time. Culpepper still in the way. Henley's got to make the move on Culpepper before Curtis makes the move on him. Henley to the bottom on David Culpepper. Look at Curtis trying to use the outside line here, but he's going to be held up on the 97. Oh, Culpepper battling back on the high side. Henley's going to clear, and Henley may be home free now. Through turns 3 and 4, nobody there to be able to challenge. Sean Henley using David Culpepper as a pick. Sean Henley will pick up his first win of the non-charter series, taking the checker flag here tonight at Chicagoland. and thus making his way into the Hersheys Cup Series main event, along with Zachary Stoltz, DJ Curtis, Cody Smart, Chelsea Bowles, Tripentacchia and Alex Miller. And that completes the sweep for Tweenix Racing. For the 4 drivers they came in with this season, 2 chartered, 2 non-chartered, in the series they run full-time in, all of their drivers have found victory lane in one way or another. Henley now with Steven Gonzalez in the non-charter series, McLeod and Poteet with wins in the charter series. So that is going to do it here this evening. Let's take a look at your full finisher results from this evening's event, as Sean Henley in the Pfizer Viagra Chevrolet will put it in victory lane for the first time this season. Henley came into this race 15th in the point standings. You got to wonder where this win's going to situate him. He could jump up into the top 10, and within a couple of weeks' time, if he gets good enough finishes, we could be talking about him up inside the top 5 in the points with a chance of getting one of the charters next season for Hersheys Cup Series competition. Zachary Stoltz will get second. Third place is going to be DJ Curtis, with Cody Smart and Chelsea Bowles completing your top 5. Tripentacchia, Alex Miller, we already mentioned. Those are the 7 drivers that will battle in the main event race. Elijah Gilbert brings it home in 8th. 9th place for Noah Cars, and John Cittadino with a great run in 10th place. Matt McIntyre finishes 11th. Kev Shearer, not a top 10, but still a pretty good run compared to his last 2 starts. He'll get 12th. Cole Deaver will finish the day out in 13th. Deaver, this is a driver that was top 10 in the points coming to this race. We'll have to see where this situates him. And Daniel Olson came in as the points leader, and he'll finish with a solid out into 14th, so he'll keep the points lead heading into our next race at Indianapolis. Completing your top 15 was Henry Nova. Talked about Paul Minnick. He was in 11th in the point standings. The pole sitter will finish 16th tonight. Seth Cole came into this race 7th in points. He finishes 18th. You look further down the running order, Daniel Gilbert, he just recently worked his way into the top 5 in points. He gets 24th tonight. Second in the points, Stephen Powell III finishes 25th, but he will lose ground to Daniel Olson in the point standings. And you look on down here through the rest of the finisher results, a couple of names that really jump out. Steven Gonzalez, 30th. He had a chance of working his way back into the top 5 in the point standings here tonight, and that might not be the case. And a big one, Caleb Farrell, 35th here this evening. Last car on the lead lap after getting involved in our first caution of the evening. Came into this race 4th in the point standings. He might slip out of the top 5, as might David Culpepper, who came in 3rd in points. He finishes the only car off the lead lap due to some kind of mechanical problem that forced him to pit road for an unscheduled stop. 36th is where he finishes out this race. And then we had a total of 6 drivers out of the race after 3 caution flags here tonight. Christian Merrick Jr., Chloe Erickson, Chris Dulwich, and Joshua Sekuli, Jonathan Zorlin, and Jordan Lopez finish out your field. So that is going to do it here this evening as Sean Henley goes to victory lane. Point standings could certainly shake up as far as the top 5 in the point standings here this evening, with where certain drivers finished and other drivers finished as well. Thank you all for tuning to tonight's race. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. We will show you now your full point standings after your finisher results of this evening. Next time, we will see you guys in 2 weeks for the non-charter series, as they'll be racing at Indianapolis at the Yard of Bricks. Tomorrow night, it's the first race of the Pizza Hut X Series, and then the following evening is the Hersheys Cup Series main event here at Chicagoland, their first race of the chase for the Season 4 Hersheys Cup Series Championship. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you guys next time as you've been watching production NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.